Hello everyone, and welcome to another video with me, Umber Rays. Feeling the Wotv fatigue. I've been feeling it all January. I'm sure it's shown off in my videos, but hey, that's what happens sometimes. Sometimes you just need a bit of a break from a game. You need to chill out for a little bit. Although I do want to talk, I am definitely this week making my a January recap video, as well as a basic since the 1 year anniversary video, because I need to talk about that, and it's more than just EX job. And I actually think that currently on the JP side, we got problems. We got big problems. But not here. I guess I'm just teasing that video in the future. But we're here to talk about two new vision cards on the global side. So we got Frozen Icewing Glacial and Black Rose of the Battlefield. Let me just get one of these chats out of the way, which is Frozen Icewing Glacial. This is basically a cheap summon. The summon is fine. I don't think it's incredible. Obviously, being a mid-tier, that's kind of just what I expect. As for the vision card itself, though, I'm not super big on this. I ice attack up and ice attack up. If you're going for Orin, if you're going for a pure ice mono party, it's a good vision card. But again, it's a cheaper cost one, so the chances of you getting it out of a free pull, I think, are decent enough that you don't need to try hard for this card. And in terms of the Frozen Wing Glacial, you know, I don't think I've ever built it. So really quickly, while we listen to this nice music, I'm just gonna pull up its data. Attack is fine. 30% chance to inflict stop on enemies for you know, it's that's an ability for sure that can be useful, but whether or not you're gonna get to use that in certain pieces of content and the enemies aren't just going to be like immune to it, you know, it's situational at best. Looking at the skill tree, you know, wind resistance, attack up, wind killer, ice attack up, evasion, aquatic killer, missile resistance. There's some good stuff here, but again, mid-tier cost, probably not worth spending too. Now, of course, the other one we need to talk about is Black Rose of the Battlefield. Now, I'm sure that there are people who would love to see Dark Helena come to the game as a playable character, but currently doesn't seem to be the case, and doesn't seem to be any hints. But hey, February's coming. We're gonna get some Valentine's Day units. EB. Taking a look at this vision card, as you can see, I have maxed this card already. I think that this vision card is really good. I mean, the obvious thing to talk about is the Scion of House Belov, which is the Final Fantasy Tactics speed card, the one with slash attack up, as well as increased agility. Obviously, the big thing for both of these cards is the agility increase across the entire party. That can be a big thing. Not every unit benefits from it as much as some do. Some units, they get a nice little boost from this, from having, you know, that 15% speed increase, and others just get a little bit more speed. But, you know, it's all good. And probably the thing that you need to talk about here is not the global upgrade, because Helena Leonis is getting a agility up as well. I guess if you like that unit, that's good news. But that's really not going to be the draw for this vision card. The big thing, party ability, is agility up. Bestowed effect, limited staff equipable main jobs get accuracy up and shadow flare, a new ability. Limited bestowed effect, activation up, requires Helena only and gets agility up. And this vision card, as you can see, also gets a, you know, has this bonuses, but the vision ability deals non-elemental damage small. This ability does not hit for a lot of damage. To targets within range based on caster's magic stat, draws targets one panel inwards and lowers area attack resistance for 3 turns. So this is like an AoE setup ability, and honestly, it's never made a difference outside of like actual controlled content. its damage is really low, and it's basically setting you up to, you know, hit enemies with a lot of AoE. So if you want to try and kill a bunch of enemies, you know, there are units that do this that can benefit from this. You know, your mathematician slash calculator. No, I guess it's just mathematician. Can I wanted to say calculator because I'm thinking tactics, but there are good AoE spells and there are good AoE units that can take advantage from it. So the vision card itself is just generally really good for, you know, also having this ability. Now, there are 3 states to be in Wotv for this vision card that we need to talk about. First, you don't have an agility card. You don't have the mid-tier chocobo card. You don't have anything. This card is just should be a get for you. I mean, it's not just the fact that like PvP, you know, having more speed is good. It's not even, you know, raids, just like PvE content. It's just good to have more speed because they really like to crank that up the higher the enemy gets. It is just a generally a thing that you should get. It is like a base level thing that I think is good for an account. Now, if you have the Chocobo card, this is where I think you're in a very gray area. You can obviously just go for this new card. I mean, there's always with these vision cards, except for Bahamut. Thing I always get asked, what about Bahamut? Does Bahamut get a guaranteed step up? No, he doesn't, and he won't. If he does on Global, be shocked. Honestly, shocked. Sirens level shocked. Yeah, I don't see, or this vision card will have, you know, a guaranteed step up where at the end of 10k you can basically get this card. And Chocobo card is decent. It's 10% versus 15. 15% is a bonus, and it does come with an ability that is good on a, you know, any unit with a staff, which, you know, you have everything from Ayaka onwards that use staffs that can just benefit from this card as well. This card works on the entire party, and, you know, it is a fair amount, although you're going to have to spend, you know, more resources trying to get this card maxed. But the 1-year anniversary coming up and free pulls and, you know, guaranteed URs and whatnot as bonuses, you could end up with this card. You could end up with more of this card shards if you just guaranteed to get it now. So it's up to you. Like, take the RNG on anniversary and keep saving your resources. But 10k to drop isn't like a huge amount, especially for a really good vision card, and one that I personally, I have the maxed out Chocobo. I had the maxed out Chocobo before I got this card. This card, I think, has made a bit of a difference for my account, so I do like it. Shadow Flare is nice, but it's really with the AI in this game, they're never going to be smart enough to actually use it properly. Now, if you have the House of Belowov card, the Final Fantasy Tactics card, I don't think that this is going to be necessary at all. That card is more physical with the, you know, slash attack up and whatnot, but I do think that it is not necessarily worth the amount of resources you're going to put in there. If you already have that card maxed, just, you know, move on with your life. If you're close to maxing that card, I would imagine that Final Fantasy Tactics will make a return sometime this year for, you know, sometime within the JP's calendar year. So we'll see how that goes. But, you know, honestly, I don't think that this vision card would be that monumental in that case, just because the ability is nice, but it really kind of caters more to mages. And, you know, if you're wondering, should I get this card just because I want to build a mage team? No. Again, you really just want a speed card of some kind. That 15% is generally nice. If you're into PvP, I don't see a reason why you would not get this card or have a maxed out, you know, agility card. So you should definitely get that for sure if you're into that. But a little too much spendy for me. Otherwise, artwork on this card, top tier. Think that this is absolutely gorgeous art. Really like the colors and the general shape of it. Although Helena looks like she could use a sandwich, or she's been using Instagram filters to tone down that waist. Jesus, woman. I don't know, maybe it's looking at it through a fun house. Regardless, in terms of the story, continuing on with Chapter 11-3, not one of my favorites, and the Porcelain Tower is coming back. Definitely check out Dr. Diggs, as he has been making a lot of extra resources and guides to help people through that, and I think that is going to be very helpful. The Luminous Armlet, given the power of light elemental characters that are about to enter the game, is a good get. It's good for Sakura, it's good for Yuna, I'm sure it will be good for plenty of other units that already exist in the game and will exist in the future. So might as well just get your hands on that light ring. But if you can't do it, don't worry. About 1 or 2 months. Yeah, about 1 or 2 months after your 1-year anniversary, the tower will come back again. So you will have a chance to get that ring. So yeah, that's about it. Not really a ton to talk about this week. JP news is going to be, I would assume that JP is getting absolutely nothing until February 1st, which just means a lot of downtime and boredom. But again, I haven't really been happy with the content in January, so that's fine. As for the PvP thing, really just talking about this card and these cards in terms of PvP, what I was getting at. But anyway, that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching. Take care and see you next time. And very soon I get to actually change the type of music that we've been running on. Anyway, see ya.